that we are on the record for day 10. Welcome to your final day of the 10-day Manifesting Your Abundance Challenge. Make some noise in the comments. Give some commotion for showing up, for being consistent, for being deliberate, for getting back on when you fell off, for hitting a replay when you needed to. Like there's so many things that happened in these 10 days that allowed for you to continue, well, allow for you to practice your continuance, right? Because you could have said, I'm done with this. I'm complete and I got what I needed and whatever, but you kept going. And I'm proud of us. I'm proud of us for not just this work, but also like for the opportunity to co-create together. Somebody type in the comments, co-create. Co-creation is so important because what it does is it allows us to eat from each other's plate, i.e. when me and one other person are going together back to back, and we are unpacking what their challenge is and we are walking through it. That's a co-creation because in that co-creation, it creates an opportunity for everybody to benefit, right? And we all create it by holding space, the person who is actually willing to be vulnerable in their power to unpack what they're experiencing with a group of potentially strangers. And then also it's an opportunity for us to really grow as a community, as a tribe. Also, where you see co-creation is when someone says, hey, this is the thing I'm manifesting. And in that thing that they're manifesting, we all rally together for our own good feeling vibration. When we hold that feeling together for our own stuff, it don't even have to be about their stuff. All it does is feed their stuff because it's a group of positive thinking people who are moving forward in the same direction. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down already? Just type in the comments. We got it, Coach P. We got it. I am ready to get into it today. Today is going to be a little bit more informative because I want to make sure you got this information, this framework, these tools. I want to talk about the manifestation report, and that's just a collection of all of the manifestations that I've been able to collect that y'all have shared with me via email, in my inbox, in my messenger, via text, all the things. Like, I'm so grateful and so proud of us. But also I'm in anticipation. In anticipation. The thing about the journey that we've been on for these last 10 days is that it's really been a toiling of the ground. It's been an opportunity for us to maximize in this space of honoring, like, this is what I came for. This is what I came to do, which is to shift the mindset. That's been the biggest part of it, is to shift the mindset. Because once the mindset is shifted, then everything else in our world is shifted because we created what we're currently living in right now. I just want to pause there and help you recognize that we individually created the reality that we're living in right now. And the good news is, the good news, Keisha, the good news, Regina, the good news, Judith, the good news, Nicole, Shanique, good morning, y'all. The good news is it's a temporary reality. Nothing lasts forever. That's the good news. And the reason why that's good news, is because I get to decide at any given moment if this is no longer serving and supporting what it is that I want to do, how it is that I want to live. If this no longer brings me joy like it once did, I don't have to keep it. That's the good news, is that I don't have to keep it. I'm not stuck with it. It's not stuck with me. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And so on this day 10, I want you to get everything that you came for. That Beyonce dance break we just had, that was so that you could get your vibration up. If you're not up yet, we're going to throw ass this morning. If you're not up yet, we're going to shake it and we're going to drop it like it's hot. If you're not up yet, get your ass up. I told you to be prepared for day 10. You should have woke up with intention. You should have woke up with excitement. You should have woke up with anticipation. I didn't go to bed last night, y'all, till about 1 o'clock because I was working on today. And I find listen, when I work until my laptop goes dead, then it's like, okay, go to bed. whatever you didn't remember, whatever you don't have, whatever it is gonna be. Go to bed. But I didn't go to sleep till 1 o'clock, and I woke up this morning with a new alarm clock sound. So it made me think that I had missed my alarm. I was like, had to hit the snooze to settle down for about 5-10 minutes, and then I was back on again. But I'm excited and grateful for this day. So today, in celebration of day 10, I need 5 people to unmute. You don't have to get on video if you don't want to, but I do need to hear your voice. Don't have any hesitation. Regina said, I'm up now. Yeah. It's going to be some ass throwing and some furniture moving in here today, okay? So I need 5 people to share your gratitude. It could be about any and everything. If you find it hard to find gratitude, also another tool to use is to talk about what you're looking forward to. Because when we can consider what we're looking forward to, it also puts us in a high, good feeling vibration. You can talk about what you're appreciative of. It doesn't matter. But I need 5 people to unmute and share what you're grateful for. Yeah, share what you're grateful for. I was trying to see what I had on my refrigerator. Putting y'all all in my business. All right, let's get right into it, y'all. The kitchen was a better place for me to sit today. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach P. Can you hear me?
I can, Adina. Good morning, girl.
Good morning, sunshine.
Yes.
I am so grateful for yesterday, for being intentional, that even when I didn't feel the way I wanted to feel, I was intentional about getting back on my high vibration. And all day yesterday, God literally was moving the universe on my behalf. Just little small details. He was moving the universe on my behalf, and I saw it each and every time. So I am so thankful and grateful to you for this mindset shift and this community and all the ladies sharing. I just appreciate you so much, Coach P, and I love you.
I love you too, Adina. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's them details, right? It's the stuff that be in the middle and you be like, dang, that too? Yes, yes, and that too. That's so beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, let me get 4 more people. Thank you for being quick and ready too, y'all. I appreciate that. We got a lot to discuss. Go for it, Judith.
Okay, my hand was on the trigger, and that Adina boy, I tell you, you quick draw McGraw because I was waiting. Listen, I am super grateful for today. Everything is as it should be because it's been some crazy badass 3 days where my work starts. I'm in the office at 5. There's no time for the live, and I was like, no, but look at what happened today. My climax is so orgasmic because my black backside is sitting right here, and I tell you, can y'all feel my energy? I'm so freaking grateful because everything is as it should be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach P. You are an amazing beast in the sweetest and most affectionate way.
Oh,
I'm grateful.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Judith. Judith said, my black backside.
I'll go next. Oh, Regina, I'm sorry. I saw you.
That's so good. Thank you, Judith. Oh my God, that's so good. Yes, thank you for that love. Thank you for being present. Thank you for being here when you could be here. Thank you for being dedicated. For everybody who has been watching the live, the replay on YouTube, who's been here live every day, y'all are MVPs. There's a couple of folks who've been on the YouTube every day, commenting and watching every day as if they were in the group. Una Smith, congratulations on being the MVP. She was in here live a couple of times, but I'm telling y'all, every single day, Una has been on that YouTube, making me come to it to comment. She's been active. She's been participating. I'm so glad to see you here this morning. Thank you for joining us live this morning. I know you've joined us live before, but you've been so dedicated and consistent in the replay, because the replay is not always easy because people feel like I'm just watching the party from the outside. And so most times people want that replay just to, you know, reverb what they've already gotten. But when you can't be live for whatever reason and you still show up, it's a big deal. And, you know, I want you to know, like, it doesn't go unnoticed. And it's making me emotional because it's a true testament for me. It's my own manifestation for all of the platforms that I'm on, but especially for YouTube. I want to make sure that I deliver content and information and transformational experiences, no matter where my videos land, but especially on YouTube. And to have this challenge for 10 days and you show up in those comments on YouTube like you have, and it's a couple of other people, but you specifically have been like, as Regina said, teacher's pet. And baby, I am petting the pet. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing the work. Y'all, she be responding like she's watching it in real time. So she was like, "Oh, that's it right there," and I have to go back to the timestamp to see what she talking about because I don't forgot. It's at the end of my day. Or she'll talk about how like she appreciates the metaphors and all these things and all that stuff. It's just so beautiful to see and to witness people really take this work and really like apply it and it become transformational and impactful in your life. I'm not gonna cry because, you know, I can, but I'm not. But I am one of those people that appreciate every little small, big, impactful, and for me, that's a big deal. So Judith, thank you for being at work and still being here and being present, which brought me to mind about Una and the dedication for the folks who had to watch the replay because this is too early for y'all for whatever reason. So I appreciate y'all. All right, Regina, come on with it, baby.
All righty. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am grateful for my commitment and dedication to doing this work. I truly am. Like I used to feel like I can't control how I feel. You can't control how you feel, but you can control your actions. But I truly am able to shift my emotion if my vibration is low in a moment. Like, you know, I feel some negative coming on and I'm like, you don't need that shit, you know, and like shift that shit right on out and get back grounded to where I'm supposed to be. And like, I'm just blessed and grateful that I have gotten to that place that I'm able to shift that.
So good, so good, so rich. That's a manifestation in itself. That is such a potent place to be, to call in everything that you want. That in itself is the manifestation. Shout out to everybody who has had that experience that Regina's had in these 10 days, that I can now say I can control this. Like, it's not out of my control. No matter what happens outside of me, I get to shift and I get to realign and I get to recalibrate. That's so good. Thank you so much. All right, and you're up next. Let's do it.
Good morning. I feel like today is the day to give you your flowers. Thank
Oh,
you. Yeah, thank you so much, Coach B. This was right on time. Not just for me, but for a lot of people in this room. And I could just tell that by the way that people are sharing their gratitude. Same Regina, same Judith. I really feel like I'm able to realign myself. And I've been rocking with you for so long that you would think that this would just be second nature for me. But the reality is I need you. I need Coach P in my world to just to drop in and remind me of that shift that you know, that shift that I needed to make. And I know that I was without you for too long because of the way that people were coming to me and saying, you're usually that person that, you know, that sets me straight. You're usually that person that is so positive. You're usually that person that, and I was losing that. And it was, and I could feel it, and it was heavy. And so these 10 days have reminded me of who I am and how I am. And so I'm walking different and I'm talking different and I feel different. And that is all because of your practices and what you remind me that I have. So thank you. Thank you for you being the blessing that is my gratitude. Thank you.
Wow. I didn't know I was gonna turn into this. This is how y'all showing this. Y'all trying to get it out. Man, listen, I want to point to something that you said before we get to the last gratitude and then get into the meat of day 10. I want to point to something you said. Yeah, me and you've been rocking together. I was just talking to Mama about you the other day. I was like, so Ange and they moving to Dallas. Like you've been for Brittany's Sweet 16. You've been for my stuff. Like we were talking about this a few weeks ago, you and I, about our journey together and our relationship and how we went from, 0 to 100. But that's what Virgo's gonna do. Virgo's gonna do that. So, and don't let us get together. We married. We go together. And so we in here. We
We
family.
go together, go together.
We go together. Go together. But I want to point to something you said. It doesn't matter how long we do this work. At every level of our expansion, this work is necessary. Y'all used to hear me say back in 2015, back in 2016, 2019, like there is no graduation when it comes to this work in terms of, okay, I'm done, cap and gown, I no longer need it. It's always necessary. You're gonna have to brush your teeth for the rest of your life. As long as you got them, or put them in a tray. I try to take good care of mine. I floss and everything. I do all the maintenance because I don't want to have to put mine in a tray. But I'm just saying that this is gonna be with you like taking a shower. Like, so I want you to know, Angela, I get what you're saying when you say like, I've been without this practice for too long. And what these containers do for us when we are in these collectives and these tribes and in these family ships, like a personal development journey, what it does for us is that it gives us a container to be concentrated in the work, and it gives us accountability, and it gives us support. And so I totally understand missing that, but make no mistake about it. This was going to be a part of the experience anyway, whether it be with me, whether you did your own thing or anybody else, the maintenance was going to be necessary. So it's not because you've stayed away so long in its totality. It's also that it requires maintenance no matter what. Yep. And I'm proud of the work that you've done. And I'm always proud of your self-awareness. And I'm always proud of, man, y'all gonna try to get them at me today. All right. Okay. All right. Trying to do business in the front and party in the back. Y'all trying to make me emotional. But there is always a beautiful opportunity because we're always gonna want more. What you manifested in 2019 and 2020, 2018, all them years, 2016, you manifested everything that you said you were gonna do. It may not have been all at one time, but you did what you said you were gonna do. You pulled up and you created multiple businesses and they've been successful, like you've done, and your own personal development. You've got your wellness in shape. You did this with your, like everything that I've heard you say, you completed. But we want more. And life shifts and life changes. And we expand. And then there's things and there's patterns and behaviors that we still need to manage. And there's trauma and there's soft spots that take years and decades and sometimes lifetimes to extract. Don't nobody do this shit overnight. I've been working on a personal healing experience for over a decade. And right now, today, it's finally, this last really 4 or 5 months, it's finally been in a fully manifested, oh my God, I love where me and this person are. I can't even believe we got here. This is beyond my wildest dreams. And that's the relationship with my mother. After taking a year off. But if y'all know anything about me, you've heard me openly talk about, if you look on YouTube, there's a whole series about healing the mother wound. That wound has taken this level. It was a whole nother level 10 years ago. It was a whole nother level 5 years ago. The last 3 years took its own journey. But it's still the same manifestation, Ange. And I had to step away from it, come back to it, step away from it. Now we're in this place and it's like, damn, I couldn't even imagine we could be here. I could say to her, hey, listen, let's take mother-daughter off the table because it brings too much pressure for you and for me. Let's take that off the table. And let's look at the possibility of being friends. But right now, let's start with acquaintances. There's nothing I can offer as your daughter because I've raised her since I was born. I no longer wanted to be her mother. And I also no longer wanted to be her emotional support daughter. And so in that, I had to create all these boundaries, but I'm saying that to say that manifestation of where we are now, this lady shows up and supports me. What it did for me was remember y'all, when I said that, let me just bring this home to what we're talking about with you, Angela, but also what we've been talking about in these, the other day when I said, when something bigger is at play, divine intervention will step in. Let me be clear about what I'm saying. I talked about it from the perspective of the housewoman, but also how genius the all that is and always will be. God is so incredible that even in this, it allowed for the loop of my childhood to be closed. What do I mean when I say that? My childhood included me being on my own and paying bills since I was 14 years old. It included abandonment, abuse, not being able to depend on anybody. My mother it had me at 15, and she had only been 15 for 14 days, and I was her second child. She had me in 84. The crack epidemic happened right in that 89, 90, and she absolutely got swept up and was caught in that because all her trauma was alive and well. And I experienced every single part of having a mama who smoked crack, period. Ain't no if, ain't no ands, ain't no buts about it. Everything you could think of, I experienced it. And in that, it caused me to have to raise her and to be an adult at a very young age. And it caused me to not ever be able to depend on her, but also it included abuse and some other things. And what I want to say is, one of my storylines, even with all the healing I've experienced, has been, I have to do this on my own. At 39, 38, 39, I have to do, I don't have anybody else to depend on. I have to go get it myself. My business, what I do for a living, requires faith, requires divine intervention. It requires me availing myself, being genuine, being consistent, showing up in this space. You know, I have to do all these things on my own. And here it is, the same as the housewarming. After me fully communicating with her my boundaries, after me fully communicating, I don't have anything to offer you. I can't write a paper for you. I can't create a text message for you. I can't give you any advice. The only thing I can do is receive if you're willing to be my acquaintance, because I'm not sure about friendship yet. And her still show up and still say, hey, listen, whatever piece of relationship you decide to give me, not only am I going to respect it, but I'm going to respect your boundaries, and I'm going to show up for you and actually do it. For these last 4 months, I needed her, y'all. And I didn't even know I needed her. I needed her in a way that only she could have shown up. And not even on some emotional shit, on some like handle business type stuff. And this lady showed up because that's what she do. And what this space caused us to do was to recognize, oh, her love language is this. And that's it, and that's all. And I don't need any mothering anymore. So I don't feel no kind of way that this is how she show up. I actually feel like a daughter who's been in college and her parent is showing up to make sure she got everything she could ever need. If I already had the 62 million, I wouldn't be able to close this loop. I asked God to give me the experience of not having this trauma in my life in this lifetime. Welcome home. Here we are. This is it. Now it's no longer a part of my storyline that I have a mother who didn't show up for me, that never had my back, that that loop is closed now. Through years, Angela, 15 years actively amounts of work. 10 that you've been witness to. This is real work. This is a year without communication. No beef, no issue. Just let's take a pause, because if we keep talking, you're gonna keep peeling the scab off my wound, and I'm trying to heal, and I got people that are dependent on me. And I'm saying that to say manifestation takes the time it takes, and it's all divine. So if you're finding yourself in an anxious position where you're like, man, but when is it my turn? When is it my turn? Your turn is happening right now. In the meantime of this year of us taking that break, she did whatever work she needed to do, whether it be just realize that, man, my daughter is valuable to me. And my daughter has been at every NA meeting, and she done been at every this and every that. She's parented me. She's mothered me. I need to show up for myself first, and then figure out, if she allows, what kind of showing up I can do in her life. And in that same nuance, it taught me to, one, trust that people can and will show up for you without anything in return, without an expectation, without strings attached. And she's done it multiple times. And early on, when the first time she showed up, and then hey, I know I said I wasn't gonna ask you, but pow, let me get you on the phone. Hey, listen, I have nothing to give. And you made me feel like you gave me anxiety when I saw your text message and you said you needed something from me. When I told you that if I allowed you to be in this space and I invite you in to support me, that you can't ask anything of me, you gave me anxiety. You made me feel guilty. Like, oh man, well, she showed up for me. Now she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That was selfish of me. I apologize. Won't happen again. Yeah, that can't happen again. Boom. Another time didn't happen again. 6 more times haven't happened since. This is the course of our relationship. There were people who was telling me, you can't do that. That's your mama. You don't get to tell me that. I know exactly what I need to do to reparent Precious. And it's my responsibility to keep her safe as I'm manifesting delicious, healthy, reciprocal relationships, Ange. So I'm saying that to say, whatever time it's taken for you to be where you are, Ange, count it all joy. Count it all joy. You've done an incredible job. The ego will try to seek out and find opportunities to deem you unworthy or not good enough, or you could have done better, or if you would have did this and all that type of rhetoric. And I know that's not exactly what you were saying, but I also know how your brain works. And I know you're a perfectionist. And I know you're like, well, dang, if I would have been with Coach P, but no, we were together when we were supposed to be together, and we're together now. And everything in divine order, everything in right order. Everything is always working out for us. Everything. And the truth of the matter is, if Nicole, who is my mother, if she did not do the work and had not got her shit together, I had already done my work of not needing it anymore and healing myself, that it would have been all right. But the cherry on top, when I was going through it, trying to figure out, okay, now I just moved back from Bali. I'm in Houston. This is fun and everything, but what am I? I need to take a step back. I need to get clear about what I'm doing in my business, professionally. What do I want to offer to my audience, to my folks, to my tribe, to my community? What do I want to do personally? She was the person who sent the text message to say, hey, I want you to know I'm proud of you for inviting support in. I know how hard that is for you, but I want you to know I see you. And this work that you're doing is legendary. Man, there's nobody else on this earth who would have understood what I'm doing internally and how it's moving me externally. God knew I needed that, y'all. I needed that. Oh my God. Oh, talk about delicious. Talk about exceedingly abundantly above all. Oh God, I needed it. That's what I meant yesterday when I said, allow yourself to enjoy all the parts of the journey, not just getting to the end result, but you need these moments in between every moment. You need all of these experiences. The reason why you need them is because they color, shape, mold, they support, they undergird. They give you the foundation that when you go to that next level, you are absolutely, positively unstoppable. I am invincible. If I can end the relationship that I had with the person who was my transportation to earth, in that first half of the relationship, get the bricks to build a new relationship and actually sit in the seat of the soul of that and benefit from it. This is a person who, Nicole is the type of person that, listen, if I show up for you and then I ask you to do something for me and you don't do it, all hell is breaking loose. So when I say I had anxiety when she texted me to ask me to do something for her after I allow her to support me, I had anxiety. I was like, man, I might have to give her the business. I don't want to give her the business. I'm trying to do the right thing. She gonna cuss me out. It's gonna be a thing. She was like, listen, I'm so sorry. That in itself, let your manifestation cook. Somebody type in the comments, let it cook. Let it cook. Let it cook. I know you want it right now. I know you think things will be magically delicious if you had it right now. I understand. But there's so much more that you get to manifest in this space that is exceedingly abundantly above all that you could ask or think. Allow God to surprise and delight you. Type in the comments, God, surprise and delight me today. Surprise and delight me today. The kiss on the cheek from God, the kiss on the forehead from God, or whatever it is that you believe. Allow it to surprise and delight you. Welcome to day 10, y'all. Welcome to day 10. Can I get right into it? Are y'all okay if I get right into it?
Can I
Go
make
ahead, Ange.
one quick, so I love what you said about the journey. And you kept doing this yesterday and it was resonating with me, but now I'm getting it on a different level. I feel like I have been celebrating the down and oh my God, I'm here again. Oh my God, I can't
Mm.
believe. And what I should be celebrating is the whole thing. And I'm celebrating the down like, oh, I should know better. But that's part of it. It's part of it.
Mhm.
It makes the up so much sweeter. It's part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yeah. And also, like, the salt always make the sugar more sweet, right? But also, who the fuck taught us, y'all?
Mhm.
Who taught us? Y'all act like we were supposed to come, especially perfectionists. And I'm a recovering perfectionist, so I know, right? And if y'all on this call, you probably are recovering perfectionists because I attract recovering perfectionists or those who are still steeped in it. I'm not gonna do it till it's perfect. I'm
Yeah.
calling out Crystal. I'm calling out Regina. I'm calling out Judith. I'm calling out Angela. I'm not going to finish it. It's perfect. Tashanta, Shanique, Michaela. I'm calling y'all out. Regina R. Like, I'm not going to do it till it's perfect. Perfection is an idea. It is not a reality. And perfection is in the eye of the beholder. And you get to decide when it's perfect. You get to decide when it's the right time. It's not you waiting on God, waiting on anybody else, waiting on this, waiting on that. It's you deciding. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. Write that down somewhere in your journal. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. Yes, Renee and Maya. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. I need you to hold on to that like you hold on to that I am scale. Perfection is in the eye of the beholder. That's what I need you to recognize. It's not for you to chase perfection because the human experience was meant to be all that it is. Everything, every possible emotion, that's what it's meant for. That's what we're here for. That's what we came for. And the moment you can fully lean in and fully surrender to that, the moment you can really kiss all your dreams in the mouth, all of them. Y'all have been hearing me say that I am a New York's #1 best-selling author since 2014, really secretly since 2011. That is still true for me to this day. My name has not fully manifested in this reality yet, but it's the truth that I stand by. I've been in this business for 10 years. I have coached hundreds of people directly and also through other folks' programs and journeys on stages with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, thousands of people in the audience. This is what I know to be true, that things take the time that they take. And my job is not to be discouraged. My job is not to be upset. My job is not to look for ways why this don't work. My job is to move in the direction of everything that I've ever asked for and prayed for. My job is to be ready so I ain't got to get ready. My job is to show up in this space of honoring the work that I've put in. 39 years of work. Y'all think I ain't finna throw ass when my son come on? 39 years of work. Are you kidding me? This ass gonna be tossed so left and right, to and fro, okay? Hip thrust galore. Understand me, okay? Pussy popping on the handstand. Go do it. Because it's 39 years. 39 years of choosing myself, of saying yes, of learning how to choose myself, of forgiving myself when I didn't know how to choose myself. You understand what I'm saying? You get to decide. So if it's okay with y'all, let me get right into it. Yes, Bendela said left cheek, right cheek. Bear be throwing that thing. Boy, let me tell you something. Bear got a thing too. She got one on her. Okay. If I can get right into it, y'all, type in the comments. Let's go, Coach P. Let me just get into it. We ain't got but 20 minutes, and I need to do and say a lot in 20 minutes. Y'all gonna have to pick up what I'm putting down in 20 minutes. Just let me know that I can go ahead and do it, and then I'm gonna share my screen because I want to make sure we pick it up, right? And then I want to make sure that y'all are very clear about what your next steps are. So give me just 1 second. And can y'all see my screen? Let me know if you can see it yet. Can you see it yet? Not yet. Okay, it's coming. Hold your horses. You can see it now? Perfect. Let's see if this is gonna work for me. All right. All right, so we already got our gratitude out of the way. I need everybody to make sure that before we end this, what's that face, Angela? You can't see.
I don't see anything. People are seeing your screen.
Yeah, y'all can see it? Okay, good. What are you looking at, Angela?
I'm looking at my screen. I don't see it.
Did you see me?
I see you. Yeah. I
Y'all
see
can
the
see the screen.
whole group. If you're
can
sharing,
see
I
it.
can't see anything.
I'm sharing it.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Is there
Lord.
anybody else who can't see?
Someone else, Nicole said she can't see it.
Are you on your phone?
See it either.
No, I'm on my computer.
Probably you can stop it and share it again.
I got it, Judith. Thank you so much for your technical support. Judith was like, just get this show on the road. Okay, so some people can see it, some people can't. Let's try it again. Okay, what y'all looking at right now? Y'all looking at me? Shake your head, yes or no. Perfect. Okay. Now let's try it again. And then I'm gonna believe it's a user error on y'all end. I'm gonna blame y'all. Just know that. Okay. All right, not yet. Perfect. Got it. We in the pocket.
I can see it now.
Perfect. Awesome. All right. So we already did our gratitude. What's the one thing you've gained from this challenge? I need you to write that down right now. Take 30 seconds to write down the one thing that you've gained from this experience. That's super important because you need to quantify your time here. You've been here for 10 days. So I'm sure you got many things, but what's the one thing? Right? Did you achieve what you said you would experience? Did you do what you said you would do? What's the one thing you've gained? 30 seconds. Make it quick. All right, 5 more seconds left. All right, perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm going to ask for that in just a few minutes because I want to hear. And for those of you who know you're not going to talk on the mic, go ahead and do what Nicole did and text me instead of calling me back. Text me instead of calling me back so I can send you a voice note because that's what I'm gonna do. That's my next level. When I call you and you don't answer, you text me back, you getting a voice note. Just know that. Nicole said it's all up to me. No harm in trusting and believing in above all things myself and my divine right to have abundance and the things that I desire and I decide. Come on, somebody. Yes, 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 yes. I love, I love, I love, I love, I love. Yes, 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 yes. Regina Foster said, climbing the abundance scale. Yes, 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 yes. I love, I love, I love. Keep them coming in the comments. I love it. While y'all are doing that, let me reintroduce myself because I recognize as Yuna has been doing on YouTube, a lot of people have been finding me on YouTube. And so I am Precious Bivings, affectionately known as Coach P, and I'm the person that people connect with when they are ready to do the work to create delicious life experiences. If I have done anything in your life to bring up the level of expansion, of love, of light, of deliciousness, type in the comments, yes, you are Coach P. I like a little reaffirmation. Thank you very much. And it brings me joy. I've been doing it for about 10 years. A part of the work that I do is transformational content. We have the MASH cards, the MASH journal, the I Make Amazing Shit Happen t-shirt. I done wrote a book with Kim Coles. I got More Tequila, Please. We got documentaries and series on YouTube, one of which is my favorite, Becoming Precious Somewhere in Bali. My very first book was The Surrender Work Live, 30 Days to Unbecome. And I did a TEDx. And so it's been 9 years. So next year to be my 10th year anniversary of my TEDx. In 2015, a whole different version of me. And I'm still proud of her nonetheless. Thank you, Judith. Judith is always in her mama bear spirit or her big sis spirit. That's my girl. That's my dog. So these are the things that I've contributed over the last 10 years and so much more. Let's keep the party train going. I've been on these stages from TSP to Blogalicious, Epic, of course, TEDx, and in between. I hosted events, and when I get on stage, people bring me for the transformation, but also for the good vibrations. I like to look good, sound good, feel good. I like to dance and have a good time. And so these are a few of the things that I've done in transformational and impactful empowerment speaking over the last decade. Also, shout out to my girls. Yes, if you see yourself, type in the comments, I see me, right? We done been to Bali, Sedona, Atlanta, Tennessee, Atlanta multiple times when I was hosting in my home. And if you see yourself, you know what I'm saying, shout yourself out in the comments. I know you see you. Yes, yes, yes. We've done some amazing transformational work over the last 10 years, not just in our location, but in different locations. We went from my house to Airbnbs to international exotic experiences. We've done it all, and we will continue to do it throughout 2024. All right, let's keep going. Before this all started, you know what I'm saying? I'm an entrepreneur, so I've had a few businesses. My first was, of course, Precious Memories Daycare. I opened it as a result of wanting my daughter to have a safe space to be as a little bitty toddler. And I didn't want to have to pay all that money they was charging people. It was ridiculous. And this was in 2005 when they was charging, $200 a week for a toddler. And I was like, oh, hell no, that's my rent in the whole month. Bring y'all babies over here and I'll charge you a fraction of the price and I'll teach them and motivate them. I did that until Brittany was about 1 year old. And then I was like, all right, then I'm out, because I don't really like kids like that. I love babies and stuff, but I don't want to be the one. I love to kiss them and go. I love to be like, oh my gosh. The next thing I had was a hair salon in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is called Hair. I was very creative with this one. Helping all images repair. So Albuquerque, New Mexico in 2006 was a place that was still wearing crinkly crochets and scrunchies. Y'all remember scrunchies with the gel, and you get the comb and they pull it up with the pump it up spray? They were still doing that in 2006. I came to save the day. I saw my uncle do hair in the kitchen, and I decided, you know what? Let me see what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Make a little dollar holla. I was in college for psychology, because at that point I was like, I'm going to be a therapist, but I need to make some money. So I went to cosmetology school. Didn't finish, but I still was doing hair. And the last part of this career was I permed this lady's hair that I went to church with, and it didn't go so well. I was like, oh, so I can't do all things. Got it. That was the end of hair helping our images repair. And later on in life, when I decided, hey, listen, I'm going to take serious this life recovery, this personal development, how I'm showing up as a coach, I opened up Brittany's Heritage, which is and has been a life recovery organization. The intention is to provide an oasis, refuge, safety for people who aren't recovering from drugs and alcohol. They just need a seat, a table, a bed, a respite from life. Life has got me down. I need to reset. And so Brittany's Heritage Life Recovery was birthed out of that. In that, we hosted workshops for little girls so they could learn about the keeping and care of their bodies. And we gave out tons of toiletries, and we gave out meals and free food and all kinds of things in order to support our community. Last but not least, it's Surrender Work, Live Coaching and Accountability. Make some noise in the comments for 10 whole years of Surrender Work, Live Coaching and Accountability, baby. If you joined me in between 2014 and now, and you've been an actual coaching client, I just need you to type in the comments, I am an OG. Right? You've been around, you've seen the evolution. We've been through pandemic together. We've been on retreat together. We've experienced all these things. And here we are today, like getting ready to take off in the next level. And so these are all the versions of me in all my glory. I do have a brother who is a year older than me. We're almost Irish twins. And this is me and my various hairstyles. For the rest of my life, I will always change my hair. I went through the pump it up phase. I went through the bob with the braids. I'm a chili, the little beads, because my forehead always been foreheading. And then as a grown woman, this last picture of me with the head wrap, it always gives me all the feels. It makes me feel fully embodied in who I've been over the last few years. And so all of the versions of me show up every time we coach, from the baby all the way up to this queen. I am a mother to a soon-to-be 21-year-old. Brittany will be 21 in October, and we have a little bitty. His name is Jace. He calls me Umi, and he is the joy and the light of our life. He's into Biter-Man, which is also known as Spider-Man. He's into Tonka trucks, and he wants to show his muscles, and he's all the things that we ever thought we needed. His mama was telling a story, and he said, hush. He was sick of it. And she went, oh my God. And what did I say? He has the right to express himself. Let him express himself. And Brittany said, if that was me, but it's not. And so let's not even do hypotheticals. It's not necessary. They are my motivation for why I show up. So top priority, right? Top priority. You, right? Let's get right into, let's round up these 10 days. You are your top priority. You are your top priority. That doesn't mean that you're your only priority, but you are your top priority. Type in the comments, I can be self-focused. Type in the comments, I can be self-focused. You are your top priority. And what that means is that if I am my top priority, then I'm filling my cup up. I'm making sure my wellness, my mental health, my self-image, all of the things that are connected to me feeling good about myself, my body health is all in alignment. That my personal relationships, professional relationships, my relationship with myself is on point. That my abundance, the opportunities, my relationship with money, my wealth mindset, all of that is on point. Got it? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? That is you making sure that that is the case, right? When you are deciding that you are going to be self-focused. The difference between selfish and self-focused is selfish, I want everything about me, and I want you to make everything that you're doing about me, and you and you and you. Self-focus is saying, I'm my first and top priority, and you all are also priorities to me as well. If you got it, type in the comments, I got it. All right, so here's one of my favorite quotes, and it is, right? Decision has power. It's from good old Reverend Knight. Decision has power. The moment you make a decision, everything necessary for the fulfillment of your decision begins to happen. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Or what Reverend Knight put down? Decision has power. The moment you decide, everything that you need to fulfill the decision that you made begins to happen. What happens in the meantime and in between time is when you have self-doubt, when you have splintered intention, when you believe it's not possible for you, when you believe it's taking too long, when you start to allow time to interrupt your flow, then you start to fuck with, interrupt, mess with the decision and the things that are already moving on your behalf in order for it to be fulfilled. If you've ever done that, say ouch in the comments. Have you ever interrupted the flow because you got too anxious, because you used time inappropriately, because you allowed yourself, right, to focus on the wrong thing? You couldn't see the bigger picture, right? This is just a reminder, just a reminder. Beautiful. Here are a few things when we think about what can get in your way as you move past day 10. Right? As we move past day 10 and we come out of this container and we come out of this practice for 10 days because you've made a beautiful habit of being here, here's what could happen. Roadblocks, challenges, and obstacles. What does that look like? So here it is, right? On this list are things that you need to be focused on in a way that isn't a strong focus, but just let me be aware, a light focus, an aware focus, okay? You being afraid of what could happen as a result of you getting what you asked for, neglecting your health, not sleeping at night, living in your comfort zone, not being willing to take a risk, self-doubt, lack of motivation, undefined goals, right? Some of the goals need to be down to the details and some of them need to be high level. And you need to understand which and when and what time and how, right? Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Feeding distraction, any distractions that come in your way, other people's problems, other people's business, other people's sadness, consumed by failure. Oh my God, I fail so much, I don't even know. Perfection, shout out to all my recovering perfectionists. Waiting on God or waiting on the right time. Type in the comments if you've ever waited on God or waited on the right time. Just type it in the comments. Y'all like, that's divine intervention. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, when you make the excuse, I mean, I'm gonna do it, but I'm just waiting to see what God gonna do. I'm waiting to see what God say about it. You ever been there? Just type, that's been me. That's been me. Right. Yeah. You been there? Yeah. That's an obstacle. That's a roadblock. Okay. Lack mindset and quality of life. when everything you see is about lack, everything you know is about what you don't have versus what you do have, being overwhelmed with past hurt and childhood trauma, not processing your emotions, holding all that baggage as you're moving about, as you're entering relationships, as you're calling forth more money, more opportunity, more flow in your life. Little to no boundaries, right, is an obstacle. It's a roadblock. It's a blockage, right? Having pride in an inappropriate way, right? Negative self-talk, inconsistent action, misaligned relationships. If you are in friendships or relationships that don't support and serve your overall well-being, that is a misaligned relationship. That could be an obstacle, could be a blockage, could be a roadblock, right? Splintered intentions. Y'all heard me talk about that. Being hopeful, self-inflicted disqualification, waiting to be saved, exhaustion and overwhelm, unhealthy relationship with money, and cemented perspective, meaning I believe what I believe and I ain't gonna believe nothing more. All right. Here are the keys to success beyond these 10 days. And I'm going to go over to about 8:15. So if you need to jump off, catch the rest of it for replay. You don't need to make it an announcement that you're leaving. We don't need to hear a chime or a doorbell because it's going to interrupt my flow. So we love you so much. Thank you for being here. Everybody else, let's keep moving forward. Your keys to success, to making it beyond 10 days in your manifestation journey. Number 1, make intentional decisions. Type in the comments, I get to decide. I'm going to grab my water while y'all type. Yes, I see y'all in the comments. Thank you so much. Yes, yes, yes. Number 2 is manage and maintain your decisions, right? These are your keys to success. Make intentional decisions and then manage and maintain your decisions, okay? So when you've decided something, right, you're very clear, I've decided on joy. Anything that doesn't look like joy, I cannot take it in. It doesn't belong to me because my decision is joy. So if I see anything outside of joy, that means I'm taking on something that doesn't belong to me. If I decide on abundance, I'm only about abundance. I'm only about the overflow of a thing, right? Only the overflow. Wait a minute. Do y'all see my shoulders? Do y'all see how it's coming together right here? My God, Edge, what is happening, Judith? Baby, wait till these little caps on my arms start to, you know what I'm saying? And I start to get this, tighten this up real quick. Girl, y'all better wait a minute, hold up and wait a minute, okay? Let's get back into it. When you consider making intentional decisions, mindset is incredibly important. Mindset and heart. What do I mean by mindset and heart? I mean, when my mindset is clear, my heart is focused. Did y'all pick up what I put down? When my mindset is clear, my heart is focused. People like to say, well, you can't help who you love, and you can't help what the heart wants, That's because your mindset ain't focused, baby. Your mindset ain't in alignment. When your mind is clear, your heart is focused. Only wants the best of the best. Whatever it believes gonna feel good for you. Next up is having a plan, right? With that plan is a vision. What do I want what is my desired outcome? What do I want at the end of the day, right? Making it beyond these 10 days, you must take action. I need y'all to hear me say something. Thought is action. Thought is action. I know I haven't said it these whole 10 days because I needed you to get it today. This is your cherry on top. When I talk about taking action, your first action to take is thought. What does that look like in real time? Y'all love an analogy, and so do I, baby. In real time, right? When I'm presented with an opportunity or an experience, my mind went to all the experiences I've had in Houston, and when I'm presented with it, what I decide in my mind is my first action, because that's going to be the step that leads everything else that I do. It's going to lead my eyes and my perspective, my mind's eye, to see things a certain way. If I see something that I want, right? And my first thought is I can't afford it. That's not for me. I'm not worthy of it. It's not my time yet. If that's my first thought, that's my first action. That's the boom, that's the cat, that's the pow. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Type yes in the comments. I just need to see it. I can't see y'all faces all that good over here, so I just need to make sure you got it. That first thought is action, and every thought thereafter is action, because everything that I physically do is now made of the thought that I had, unless I change that thought with deliberate intention. I came to teach today because I want to make sure we got it. That's why you got a whole PowerPoint. I need y'all to see this. Y'all heard it all week. We felt it. Now we got to see it. How do we manage and maintain our decisions? One, you have to invest in yourself. You've invested in yourself for 10 days straight. Shout out yourself in the comments. I'm so proud of me for completing these 10 days. I'm so proud of me for showing up. Right? This was an investment of your time, which is more valuable than any amount of money you will ever have. Your attention, which is more valuable than any amount of money you'll ever have. Right? And your energy, which is more valuable, and you can't get these things back. Money can be made. You can sell water, you can sell air, you can sell a good time. You can do something strange for a piece of change, but you cannot get your energy, your attention, and your time back. You did this. This was one of your first investments, especially with me if you've never worked with me. The second thing you need is sacred space. Sacred space is a container, right? It's a dedicated space for you to come into in order for you to get what it is that you came for. And then you need deliberate experiences like the 10-day challenge, like retreats, like opportunities where you're going to actually be in spaces that illuminate what it is that you said you want to feel, see, know, and experience in your lifetime. Yes, yes. I love that y'all are proud of yourselves. Thank you so much. And please keep the comments going, because I can see the comments and it helps me to know behind this PowerPoint that y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. All right, so let's talk about what's next for Coach P and how this ties into you. I didn't say this the other day, and I'm gonna just stop sharing my screen for a second so y'all can see me so I can see y'all. This is last call. I've already had this conversation with the folks who are in, our coaching journey that just ended last month, and who is currently coaching with me now. This is last call. What do I mean by last call? This is last call because I am shifting how I show up in my profession. Deliberately and intentionally, I'm ready to expand, y'all. And I have evolved as a person, as a woman, as a business owner, and all the things that I do. So when I say this is last call, I mean this is the last wave. This 2024, this wave is the last wave that I'm offering coaching in the way that I do. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to do what I said I came to do. Y'all been hearing me talk about selling out arenas and all this other kind of stuff. Well, in order for me to get to it, I got to get out these streets and make it happen. And so, Angela, fix your face, because there's more that's coming. And you're like, that's not good news. It is, it is, it is. Can y'all still see my screen? All right, we back. So what does last call mean? Last call mean that I have decided to dedicate these next 6 months to pushing out the mustard with y'all. So much can happen in 6 months. It's not even funny. And in my intention to live fully, right? This the way that I've shown up for the last 10 years has been incredible. First of all, y'all, shout out to me. Give me some love, because this is the longest job I've ever had doing the same thing. I ain't never kept a job this long. I'm gonna just keep it real with you. I ain't never kept a job this long, okay? Y'all love me and I love y'all. If it wasn't my gift, I probably wouldn't have did it for 10 whole years, okay? But in these 10 years, I feel complete with how we've done things. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna do coaching at all, but things are definitely shifting. So let's get into it and let's talk about it. One of the things that I'm going to be more deliberate and intentional about in 2025 and 2026 is live in-person workshops. So although I love group coaching and it's so powerful and impactful, I'm ready to move forward in a brand new and different direction. And so I'm making sure that in these last 6 months, I give the best that I have. I give it all I got. Y'all see me on social media every day. I haven't done that since 2018. I'm back like I never left, because I want to make a really big impression, and I want to make sure that I give what I came to give. I'm also writing a new book, and we got a book tour coming. And what y'all have been witnessing over these last 10 years has been a part of what's in the new book. And so I'm teaching very actively over the next 6 months from August to January, what's in this new book and what's going to be on this book tour. And I have been writing a one-woman show, and I'm excited about that because I got an artistic side and a creative side, and I want to be able to express that fully. And of course, more pleasure-induced retreats. All of my retreats, traditionally, if you've retreated with me, they've been more transformational. I've been very serious with y'all. Y'all get in there and I whop, and mind your business and stay focused and let's get this working. I want to squeeze right all of the stuff out so you leave refreshed. These retreats coming up for 2025 and 2026, and the one that we have that's in December, is more pleasure-induced retreats, more love, more ease. The work would have already been done from August to January, or August to December, and some in January to prepare for that next leap up for everybody. But from August to December, you would have done that work. So when we get together in December for this retreat in Boone, North Carolina, you're already ready to really rest from the year. It's after Thanksgiving, it's before Christmas, and it's an opportunity for you to dedicate time just to yourself, to do your visioning and all the things. I'll get to that in a minute. So what's next for me and you? That's my stuff. What's next for me and you? Now you can fix your face, Angela. These opportunities for deliberate and intentional, consistent ways of healing and growing and to make amazing shit happen require supportive environments. It requires you being in a space of having community and, of course, having me. Here's what I want you to know. I don't sell anything. I only invite you into experiences. If working with me is not for you, you got to go work with somebody. If you don't choose me, it's okay, because that means it's not our time, but you got to choose somebody, because you didn't do this work and go this far just to not move forward and continue to max out this work. The beauty in having a coach, whether it be me or anybody else, is that it gives you an opportunity to have someone outside of you who can see a perspective that you can't and provide tools that you may not be able to provide yourself. And so you are your own healer, you are your own savior, you are your own hero, but everybody needs a team and support, and it takes a village, even for me. And so what does that look like? There are 2 ways you can expand with me. I shared them yesterday. A part of those 2 ways that you can expand with me absolutely is our Sacred Space Community and our Sacred Space Plus. If you got the link yesterday, just type in the comments, I got the link. I got some emails. I got some folks who signed up, who are ready for retreat and also ready for coaching. I'm excited to work with y'all. For those of you guys who had questions and all the things, I'm down for what y'all down for. I'm the kind of person that we're going to make it happen no matter what. And money is not the issue, although I do charge. It won't stop you from getting to me, that's for sure. Our Sacred Space Community is a 6-month personal success journey for those who are ready to master their abundance, right? And really expand in this way in your life. It's super important for you to show up and be consistent and deliberate. In our Sacred Space, it's a monthly virtual coaching, group coaching experience. You get me for 12 times over 6 months. It's twice a month, Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday at 7 p.m. for my evening and afternoon folks. And of course, every session is different. And there are things we're going to focus on that I'm going to share. But more importantly, I wanted to give a morning, weekend option, weekday, evening option. And you can hit that replay and you'll have access to all of it. When you are a part of the Our Sacred Space community, you also get to experience the monthly one-on-one email coaching with me. If you've been coaching me over these 10 days, that's a part of that experience where you may not want to break down something within the group, right? Even though we do break down all the things in the group. Some of the stuff I push you, hey, bring this up in the group because we all need it. But we also get to go one-on-one behind the scenes with just me and you so that you can unpack what you need via email, right? And then, of course, community and accountability, replay access for all sessions, and a personal, private, virtual community and tribe building without social media apps. Yes, yes, yes. Up next is our Sacred Space Plus, right? So 2 ways, community and then community plus. It includes, of course, your 6 months with all of your sessions, but it also includes this beautiful retreat in Boone, North Carolina, in the Blue Ridge Mountains at a retreat facility. Oh my gosh, the pictures, the video. I'm gonna share them. I can't share them in my PowerPoint because, to be honest, y'all, I'm not that tech savvy. I know somebody like, oh, you had to do Coach B. I didn't figure it out. Okay, but it's a beautiful facility. If you guys remember Sedona, if you remember when I went to Carefree, Arizona, it's giving that, but it's giving it in the South, in the hills. It's giving, this place is made and dedicated for just retreat only, and that's all they do. The land, the nature trails, the hikes, the gym, the food, vegetarian experience, it's all the things, okay? And it's for 4 nights and 5 days. And y'all know when I do a retreat, when we do it like this, I gives it up. I got an email last night. Shout out to one of my player partners who's also one of my favorite clients. She was like, Coach B, I'm in for the retreat, and also, can we bring back what we did before? If y'all are familiar with Bambaloo, which is Angela's line. Listen, I had the robe on this morning. I should have wore it to the call. If y'all are familiar with Angela's line of linen and bedding, and oh my gosh, just sleep support is what I like to call it. I sleep on the sheets, I wear the robe, I wear the booty shorts and a little tank top because I feel sexy and soft in it. We're gonna have a Bambaloo. I'm saying it. I know we haven't ironed out the details yet, but we're gonna go ahead and call it. And we're gonna have a Bambaloo box for those who are a part of the retreat. And let me tell y'all something. If you ain't never ordered, after you get your body in this and get your body on these sheets, you know, I'm not giving y'all sheets. Let's slow everything down. Nobody's getting sheets. That's a next level situation. But you are gonna get some other stuff, like stuff to put on your body and to, you know, whatever. We'll let you know when the time is right. But that's going to be a part of that experience. Also, one-on-one private session, which is a value of $1,000. And when we're talking about monetary value, and it includes follow-up coaching with me. And then of course, everything else that we talked about. So you've already seen it. We talked about it yesterday. But let's be more detailed. The OSS flow from August to January, the theme is we are continuing to manifest in abundance. That's the bottom line. And so August, these are not all the things we're going to talk about, but I wanted to give you a high level overview so you can understand what you get yourself into. If you've ever coached with me before, this is not anything we've ever covered in this much detail. So August, we're going to talk about the power of the subconscious mind. September, shout out to all the Virgos, baby. We're going to, and mind you, y'all, I didn't share this, but my mother is a Virgo. So I was also paired with the Virgo from birth. She's an August Virgo. So that's how I know September Virgos are different. So September is breaking the habit of being yourself. It's undergirded by the teachings of Joe Dispenza, one of the most prolific thought leaders that I really appreciate. And really, it's about mastering the I am, right? So when we talk about manifesting these things that we consider bigger, we got to get in the details of it. This 10 days has been incredible, but there's more. October is quantum manifestation, collapsing time. Would you like to collapse time? Would you like to turn 4 years into 1 year? Or 4 years into 2 years? Just tell me in the comments if you would want to do something like that, or at least have an idea of how it's possible. Y'all, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. You know this, especially if you believe in anything about God. You know God can make what should have took 10 years happen in a day, right? But we're going to talk about it from a scientific perspective. And then in November, and so much more, right? And then in November, we're going to focus on, again, breaking the habit of being yourself. And when I say breaking the habit of being yourself, I'm talking about the versions of you that are steeped in trauma, doubt, lack, and all the things that don't align with who you've decided to be today. That is part 2. And then in December, at the end of the year before the retreat and after, we're talking about the energy of abundance, money, and success, how you become that, right? December's retreat is from the 11th to the 15th. Again, after Thanksgiving, before Christmas. It's in that sweet spot so that you can give yourself what you need before you get crazy with holidays. And you're going to have an opportunity to create vision with like-minded leaders for the next year. So not only are we going to be eating well on a beautiful vegetarian option flow, if you've never eaten in that way, don't be afraid. It's just another opportunity for you to expand your body and all the things. And it makes you feel good and all that stuff. We're going to have some pleasure experiences. I got some surprises I'm bringing for this retreat because I want to get into physical pleasure in an integrative way. We ain't gonna be doing that straight for change, but we're gonna talk about some grown-up stuff as we include and expand and acknowledge our whole selves. So ease, pleasure, and abundance, along with the 2025 vision casting for the retreat for the leaders that are going to be a part of that. So beautiful time frame, beautiful opportunity. And then January, we will go into 2025 together. Walk into 2025 together, living and being in the I am. Super, super, super important. If you got the links yesterday, you already know what the financial investment of this experience is. It used to be $222. Somebody type 222 in the comments. If you remember when this journey was 222 and I was giving y'all the best that I got twice a month and it was $222. Just type in the comments, I remember, right? It wasn't that long ago. The reason why it's now 111 is because, again, accessibility is important to me and I want to make it easy. You can find $111. You can manifest $111. You can make $111 happen for yourself monthly if that's what you want to do. What's included in that is what I said: 6 months of personal success journey with all the things that I just mentioned. That includes 12 live virtual coaching sessions, plus your monthly one-on-one with me, just you and I in email. You get community and accountability. What you've experienced over these 10 days with these beautiful strangers, you're going to get more of that. And then, of course, your private community. That is just the community part. And it includes also when we do our challenges, and you get discounts when I do live events and stuff like that, as long as it happens within the year that, it's happening in. And I probably will do the same for 2025 because I love y'all and I love to give. All right. And then, of course, if you got the link, you saw the beautiful, delicious price of $2,700. My retreats used to be $6,670. Type in the comments if you remember. I know Shanique like, yes, I remember. Angela like, yes, I remember. Right? Y'all remember, right? Regina just came from Bali with me. Y'all know what time it is. But I was able to work out a deal with the retreat facility and they're excited to host us. And so 2,700 is what it is. It will be 2,700 all this weekend. The actual price that feels solid and good for the rest of it is 3,300. So this is a $600 discount and a $600 abundance, right? There's a $600 abundance gift that I want to give for anybody who is ready to take action. Some of you have already done it. And of course, y'all already know everything that's included. This is what it will be by Monday. It'll go up to the 3,000. And then, of course, the final price will be 3,300. So it's up to you where you want to save at and how you want to experience this. Of course, it already includes your community access, and you get your one-on-one with me and all of the things. But this is truly a transformational and transformative experience. And I would love for you guys to be a part of it. And so I want to open up for questions really quick. Let me know what questions you have about anything that I've shared, and there's no question off limits. Oh, I didn't talk about pay, right? So Klarna is an option and Afterpay is an option. These are new options that I didn't have before, but what they do is it's not a credit card, but it is a soft line of credit. So you can go on Klarna, you can go through the link that I shared, and I'll share it again. Go through the link, and once you click the option, it'll tell you for Afterpay. It'll break it down for as little as 234 monthly payments, and then that could be for 12 months or whatever it is. And so that's set it and forget it. And then also Klarna is the same way. They do a soft credit check, which doesn't impact your score or your number, to let you know how much spending power you have if you can use it to purchase your retreat, and then you pay it back automatically, and then it's yours. You got it. It's no problem. The other option is Flex Pay directly with me, which means that you're like, hey, Coach P, I want to do this. I want the retreat. I just want to break up the payments. Don't want to do Klarna. Don't want to do Afterpay. I want to be able to break it up in 6 payments with you, and then just have it automatically come out that way. That's an option. And of course, paying in full is always an option. So those are your options for experiencing it one-on-one with me. Let me get the link for you because I don't have it on my hand. And I'm open for questions. If you got any questions, comments, unmute for me because I can't see the chat. So just unmute and say what your question is so I can get you answered.
Will you be sending out an email?
Yes. About this?
Yes.
Yes, I will be today.
Okay.
Yes. You would like the email? I know who that is too.
I don't know. Look, I
know
don't
that's
know.
your
I don't know how to work nothing outside of an email or text message alone. Okay.
I got you, boo. I got you. Don't you worry. I got you. You know, I got shout out. Okay, so let me just say this, y'all. Talk about manifestation. And I know I'm over time, so thank y'all for your patience. There is the second link. So there's one link for the Our Sacred Space community, and then there's a second link for Our Sacred Space Plus. So copy paste those, put them in your search engine. And of course, if you don't have any questions for me right now here on the live, always email me. Hello, Coach P. Somebody type it in the comments for me. Hello, Coach P at preciousbivens.com. If somebody could put that in the comments for me, hello, Coach P at preciousbivens.com. Email me directly. It's me. It's not my assistant. It's not my support. We can talk directly about what it is that you need. And to Chandre's point, I'll also be sending out an email with updates and all that stuff and the replay today that includes these links as well. Here's what I would ask of you. If you know that you would like to continue this journey with me and money is your first obstacle, that thought of, can I afford this? Or what does that look like? I need you to inbox me, right? If anybody knows me, y'all know we're not gonna let money hold us back. I'd much rather have the community filled with people who are ready to do this work because the money gonna come. Your girl is in abundance, okay? And so I wanna make sure that if you have any, I don't know, we have another option that I like to call. Do y'all remember this option? Anybody remember it? You know what I'm gonna say? What I'm gonna say, Judith? Type it in the comments. Tell them what I'm gonna say. It feels good. Yeah. It feels good. All right. So there's a feel good option where you get to pay what feels good for you for the community access. Yes, yes, yes. And you get to still be a part of this. So money will never be a reason why you can't show up and do something. Okay. Not in this community. This work is too important. And we all deserve to be at this table getting this information and having access to it. I ain't no gatekeeper and I ain't really no marketer like that. You know what I'm saying? I just do what I need to do to make it happen. And you know, it always does. And so there's that, okay? That is the end of day 10, but I got some more information that I'm gonna share. So if you can stay on, we're gonna go into overtime. And I'm gonna need about 15 more minutes to give you this lesson to cap off these 10 days. So if you can stay on, stay on. If you can't, just exit quietly. You don't have to tell us that you're leaving. We don't need a pomp and circumstance. I just want to make sure that I give y'all all the things that I have in store for you today. Can I keep going? Are you okay for me to keep going? Say yes, Coach P in the comments if you're okay that I keep going. Let me know, let me know, let me know. And let me get myself back up because I did this whole thing in PowerPoint because I wanted to give y'all a presentation. So let's just see what we're going to do. All right. Perfect. So any questions? Again, going once, going twice. Anybody got any questions? Perfect. If you do, inbox me, send me an email. I want everybody who's here to be a part of the community. So make it happen. Let's get into the I am scale. Are y'all ready to get into this? For old time's sake, are y'all ready? Let's get into it. Let's see if it's gonna work how I built it. Hold on, let me just test up. type in the comments. Type in the comments the base level. Let's see if this gonna work how I did it. Crystal, you gotta help me with my technology savviness. I'm a little rusty. Type in the comments what the base level is. Don't type nothing else yet, y'all. Y'all get so excited. Just wait a minute. Base level is disbelief. Oh shit. Hold on. It didn't work. Wait a minute. Oh, it didn't work how I wanted it to. Okay, never mind. It did it. Okay, let's go back. What's up next? We got disbelief, yes. And what's on top of disbelief? Yes, Joanne, come on. Joanne, I miss your energy so much. Hope. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Van. I see you, Crystal Stacy. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, Una. Yes, yes, yes. What's on top of hope, y'all? What's on top of hope? Yes, Chandre. Trust. Trust, Van. Yes, yes, yes. Trust, Maya. Yes, Shanique. Yes, Shanique. Yes. Shanique, you've been quiet today. Why ain't see your face this morning? Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. And what's on top of trust? What's on top of trust? Yes, belief, 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 belief. And then after you finish believing, right? When you've done all you can, what's up next? Faith. Yes, faith, 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 faith. I love it, Judith. Thank you so much. Yes, Renee, I see you, boo. Yes, yes, yes. Regina R. Come on, Keisha. Yes, and then on top of faith, here's where the rubber meets the road. Knowing. What do you know that you know that you know? And then when you finish knowing, right, having a relationship with, who do you become? Yes, the I am, that I am, that I am, that I am. Where are you on the scale where were you on day one for the thing that you wanted to manifest, and where are you now? So you would just put, I was, I am, right? I was here, I'm here now, kind of thing. Let me know in the comments, where were you on day one and where are you now? Let me see it. Oh, I love it. Chandra said she was at faith and now she's at I am. Let's go. Yuna said I was in disbelief. Today I know. Yeah. Yeah. Joanne said day one I was at belief. Now I'm at knowing. I love this so much, y'all. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Van said I was at I trust and I am that I am now, baby. Van said, come see about me. Left cheek, right cheek. I never get over it. I never get past it. Regina R said, started at trust. Now I'm at I am. Oh my God. I got to, it's coming up. It's coming up on the slide. Thank y'all for hanging with me for the extended amount of time. Can anybody else not see the scale? Y'all can't see the scale? It's up here. Serena said I was at hope and now I'm at I am. Yes, Serena. Dina said I was at hope and now I'm at I am. Come on, y'all. I love this so much, y'all. My face, you see the vein popping out in my forehead. That's when you know I'm on. It's on. It's real time right now. Michaela said I was at faith, and baby, now I'm at I am that I am that I am. Come on, April. She said faith, and now I know. Yes. Maya said hope, and now I'm at knowing. Yes. Y'all better climb this scale. Shanique said day one I was at belief, and now let me see what I got. Shoot, it went up too fast. Wait a minute. Shanique said I was at belief and now I'm at I am. Yes. Keisha said I was knowing and had a shift and had to recalibrate yesterday. Now I'm heading to I am. Let's get into it. Make the decision to be there right now. Keisha, this is your time to shine. Stacy said hope and now knowing. Yes, Stacy. Renee said faith and now I am. Angela said actually I was at hope and now I'm at I am. Yes. Crystal said I was at faith today. Now I'm at I knowing. I can't read it. I was at faith today. Now I'm at I know. Now I'm at knowing. I keep wanting to say I'm knowing. You know when you was little, you used to be like, Amia's. They'd be like, get your ass over there and sit down. Amia's. Judith said yes. I was at trust. And now I'm at I am. No, Crystal, that was on me. My brain was farting. It was messing up. Crystal said, Judith said I was at trust and now I'm at I am. Maya said was playing it safe of knowing. I am Coach P. Let's go. That line through your comment. How you strike it out? Oh, teach me some. Okay, so this is the scale. Can y'all see the scale? Is there anybody who can't see the scale? Yes, perfect. Okay, let me go back. Oh, something happened. You can see the scale. Perfect. All right, let's get into it. Now, I want to talk about tools that you're going to be able to use beyond the 10 days, right? Regardless to where you at and what you're doing. These are things we talked about. I want to just get into them really quick, and then I want to share something else, okay? Here it is. The AAA flow. Can everybody see this? The AAA flow. All right, this is what I'm calling it right now. I'm going to find something more sexy later. So number one, of course, the first A is to acknowledge. Acknowledge what is, how you feel. And I spelled feel wrong in it. It says fail. Ignore that because this was at 1 o'clock this morning. Any typos, don't hold it against me. I'm very smart. I'm just, I got a couple of learning disabilities. And so acknowledge what is, how you feel, and the reality. Okay. Step two is, of course, accept. Are you willing to accept what is out of your control? Remember, acceptance is not the same as tolerance. You can accept something. I can accept that the weather is bad, but I'm not going to tolerate it making my day bad. I can accept that this person isn't faithful or a trustworthy friend, but I don't have to tolerate their friendship in my life. I can accept that this food don't taste good, but I don't have to ever tolerate eating here again. Do y'all pick up what I'm putting down when I talk about acceptance? Acceptance is not the same as tolerance. Yes? Got it. Perfect. All right. Once you acknowledge and you accept what is out of your control, then it's time for you to align with what you desire. That's going back to that good feeling, serving vibration. You want to hold it in a row. That's AAA, all right? So questions to ask yourself when you are manifesting abundance. Number one, Have I made a complete decision? And this is in no order, which is why I bullet pointed it. But the first one is, yes, Chandra, you get to fire it. The first one is, have I made a complete decision about what I desire? In this 10 days, a lot of you have said, man, I realized the issue is I had not made a decision. Once I made a decision, everything I needed to fulfill the decision I made came to me, right? Yes, yes. Type in the comments, give me some energy. Was that you? Has that been you, right? The second thing is, do I believe I am worthy of what I desire? Right? Do I believe that God sees me as a reflection of itself, right? And then next is, am I splintered in my desire, right? Do I want it? But I also believe it's hard to come by. Do I want it just as much as I doubt it's possible? That is having a splintered intention. If you want it just as much as you doubt that it's possible for you to have, that is a splintered intention, okay? The question you want to ask yourself is, what am I afraid of? What am I really afraid will happen if I get everything I desire? Some people are afraid divorce is the thing. Some people are afraid I won't fit in my family anymore. Some people are afraid I might quit my job. Some people are afraid, it might not work out for me. Like, be honest about what it is that you're afraid could happen if you got the thing that you wanted to manifest. The next thing is, where am I on the I am scale? You should know this scale like the back of your hand now. So because you know this scale and you'll have this replay to go back to as well, you can always go back to, where am I? Let me find myself. And then what will it take to get me to my next level on the scale? Ignore that typo. For people on YouTube, ignore it. It's my human nature. What will it take for me to get to my next level on that scale? Those are the questions to ask yourself, okay? Things to remember when manifesting, all right? Things to remember. These are just call outs from the last 10 days, all right? Last 9 days. How you feel, finally spelt it right. How you feel is the most important matter, because how you feel is the energetic vibration that you are releasing to the universe. So when you feel sad, when you feel depressed, when you feel down, there's grace for that, right? And it's a part of the human experience. It's a contrasting experience. We just mean don't build a house there. Let it come, acknowledge it, right? Accept that this is a reality. I'm feeling pretty down, but when it's time and ready, I don't have to tolerate my downness. I can do something about it, right? Remember, you get to decide. At every turn, I get to make a decision. I get to. Right? I don't have to. I get to pay my bills. I get to have running water and lights and internet. And I get to pay and compensate the people for providing it, right? I get to. The next one is, prepare to realign and recalibrate as many times as possible. If you've had to do that over these last 9-10 days, type in the comments, yes. Type in the comments, ouch, right? Prepare, already know that in your mind, already set yourself up for the fact that I am going to be realigning and recalibrating as many times as necessary. The next one is, stay on your square, keep your posture as often as possible. Whatever decision you made, stay in that square, hold that vibration, 17 seconds, 30 seconds, whatever it takes. Stay in that space as much as possible, especially when you're focused on deliberately and intentionally manifesting something. That is a practice. It's like, if you know you're getting ready, if you're a boxer, most boxers are sport or folks who are in the sporting industry, they don't have sex, they don't eat certain things. They try to maintain their energy as much as possible so that they can release it on the day of the main event, right? It's the same for you when it comes to your manifestation. You want to hold all that energy with you for you until the main event, right? Every day, let me hold this high, good feeling vibration. Let me not allow any negativity in. Let me be very conscious and detox where I need to, but also keep a filter, right? And also have boundaries so that I'm being protective of this thing that I'm manifesting, because the main event is coming and I want to be ready for it. I don't want to keep pushing it away from me and not being prepared when it comes. Did y'all pick up what I'm putting down? I want to make sure you got it. And then last but not least is, be the version of yourself who has manifested your desired outcome. Decide to go ahead and stand flat-footed in who you said you'd be as a result of the work you said you do. Okay? Got it? Yes. Vanilla said, good stuff. Got it. Perfect. All right. So This is why I was up all night, because I wanted to make sure we got everything that we came for. How to manage your emotions, right? How to manage your emotions. Let me move this box out of the way so I can see. I got too many things up. How to manage your emotions while anticipating your materialized manifestation. Ooh, somebody emailed me last night at 9 p.m. and they was like, Coach P, can you talk about in day 10 what to do when you need to cope with divine intervention? Does anybody need this information? Do you need to know what to do when what you want to manifest isn't manifesting fast enough? When things aren't working out in the time frame that you wish they would have? She said, Coach P, what do we do? Right? It goes back to what we were talking about yesterday. Yeah? Shanique said we need these steps. Absolutely, right? Remember, there is always a bigger picture and a bigger plan at play than what you can see with your limited vision. You must understand that something somewhere has your best, greatest interest in heart and mind. That's one of the first things that brings me back. God, I know you want the best for me. I know without a shadow of a doubt, I know for a fact that you're always moving the universe on my behalf. This doesn't feel good to me that I don't have this. I acknowledge, I align, right? All of that is true, but also remembering there is a bigger plan at play. There is a bigger plan. I'm deciding to believe that there is a bigger, better plan at play that I can't see with my limited vision. Number two, the second one is remember you have the right to experience pleasure, ease, and joy in the meantime. A lot of times we think that while we're unhappy about not receiving what we want because divine intervention is in the mix, we're supposed to be in a holding space. And now we've colored everything that we're experiencing with that down energy. No, go find something else to focus on, right? Go find something else to enjoy. Go find something else to take in. Go find something else to manifest. That's the last one, but I'm going to talk about it now. Go have some fun. Go take a nap. Take the seriousness off of what it is that you want to manifest. Trust the process. Know that it's all working out for you. And also surrender. My favorite is surrender and release the constraint. I'm sure I spelled that wrong. But constraint on time. Release that, right? Practicing releasing the time when you need it to be done versus the time that it's happening is gonna be the way that you cope through divine intervention. Let me hear from y'all. Let me hear from Shanique. I want to hear from Shanique. Shanique always gives me very real and raw, very real and raw perspective. Shanique, where you at? Can you unmute?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being here, boo.
Um,
What does this feel like?
it feels really good. I think but this was one of the greatest takeaways that I got in these 10 days, because sometimes I do struggle with when the thing is not happening as quick as I would like it to, especially because it's a space that I've become accustomed to. My manifestations happen very quickly. And so in those moments, I tend to internalize it as there's something that I've done wrong, causing it to slow down or not happen. But looking at this perspective, it's not that I did something wrong, it's that there's a divine intervention at play. There's an experience that I need to have to make the materialization of the manifestation all the more greater, all the more sweeter. And so I feel like I have a better understanding of that and can kind of ease my anxiety in those moments when I start to stress out because the thing is not happening the way that I want it to.
Yes. Baby, you better articulate that shit. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, Shanique is a top level leader in education. She's absolutely incredible and intelligent. So when I hear from you, Shanique, I know you want more logic than anything else. And I'm glad that you were able to pick this up and it applies to what you're saying. The other thing is physically, catch your breath. Catch your breath. Relax your shoulders. Have a physical activity, like working out, like strength training, especially if you're in your mid to late 30s. Over 40, you need to be strength training, period, point blank, for your muscles, for your joints. But have other things that bring you joy in the meantime. When I was going through some stuff when I moved here to Houston, emotional stuff and I was waiting for some things to manifest, I realized that my days were spent being sad. Large portions of my days were spent being sad about what wasn't versus being very like appreciative and finding joy in other things. You almost feel like you don't have permission to have an enjoyable life if these other things aren't where they should be. Have you ever felt that way? Has anybody ever felt that way where it's like, well, shit, this ain't working out, so I need to be focused on this. I can't be over here having a good time, laughing, kikiing, taking naps, taking it easy. I'm napping. I could be over here trying to figure out how to make this shit work. I can't live that kind of. Yes, you can, and you deserve. You have a right to still experience pleasure, ease, grace during this process. Yes, you're supposed to. Because that's what brings it to you closer. So I had to train myself, Shanique. I had to train myself. Take that nap. Watch the People's Court. That's what you like to do. Watch the People's Court. Read that book. Sit outside on your patio. Go meditate. Oh, those are the things that bring it to me because I'm in my vibration of how I said I would feel as a result of having it. Shit. Do you get it now? They taught us, no. You work hard. You do this. You do that. No. That's not the way. The way is for me to get in my good serving, vibrating feeling so that I could hear from infinite, intelligence so that I could really like get the answer to my question because the answer is here, but I can't hear it if I'm upset. I can't hear it if I'm stressed out. What'd that feel like, Shanique?
It feels a lot better because I think the opposite of it is to sit in anxiety, and that never feels good. And then your mind is so powerful that you start to create all types of foolishness around the situation. And so being able to, flip it and say, well, in order for me to receive the thing or experience the thing, I got to move into the emotion that I want to feel when I receive it. Feels much better than sitting in anxiety.
Yes, and the anxiety only pushes it further away. It only convinces you into your point. Now you're manifesting because you're powerful either way. And if your power that it can't happen and you don't deserve it is stronger than your power of this is happening for me and I get to be in ease of this, then you're going to push it away anyway because that power is greater, it's heavier, it's more impactful when you're focused on it. So very good, Shanique. Thank you so much for that. Anybody else? Go ahead, Shanique. I'm sorry.
No, I just said thank you.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you. Renee, I think you said you had a question. Renee, you still here?
I'm here. I didn't mean to write that, but actually I did.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, this has been the hardest manifestation challenge for me
Mm.
because I saw myself going from manifesting things that I want to things that I need. So when the manifestation didn't come through or hasn't come through yet, I'm sitting in a place of, I'm not going to doubt because I don't want a new car. There's some things I need that
Sure.
it's not just a desire, it's something delicious. It's their actual needs. So I had to go back to my square and what came up through this was, how does my belief in God reconcile with everything that's going on? I had the opportunity to go back to Orlando this past week to my home church, and my pastor preached about unslaving your mind. And he talked about how the mind was greater than the Holy Spirit. And so, I'm like, oh my God, what? But it reconciled everything for me. I mean, everything. And it and in the tradition of Black preachers, like, look to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I'm not going to work for everything I want. I'm going to speak what I want, and God is going to provide.
How long have I been saying it, Renee? I know I challenge your Christian beliefs. I'm just telling you what I know.
It aligns if you believe the right Christian belief.
Exactly.
Now, some of that hocus pocus stuff that goes on in the Christian belief, it won't align because it's hocus pocus. So I was able to bounce back.
Right.
Yeah,
Good.
able to bounce
Good,
back.
good.
So yes.
Here's what I want to, here's what I have for you specifically, and this is also for some other people. Y'all ready to eat? Just type in the comments, let's eat. I want to share something with you, Renee, that's going to challenge. First of all, Renee, thank you for being willing to allow what you believe to be challenged by being with me for the last 6, 7 years, however long we've been together.
Yeah.
I know that that hasn't been easy for you when I talk about things that aren't what you're accustomed to hearing in church, but that never mattered to you. And I appreciate that because you're a very, you grew up in the church, but also your mama laid the foundation, you know, for believing outside of what man said and really like questioning what you believe. It's very important because humans are limited. And as we evolve, we get to expand even religious practices. We have to, we have to, we have to. That's number one. So I want to say thank you for that. You've always been very good about that. On retreats and in virtual and on one-on-ones. Here's what I want to share. For you specifically, and for the other people who are ready to eat, it's not that your manifestation is being held back from you. It's that you haven't been willing to invite support in to receive it. You want it how you want to see it, how you want to see it happen only. You only want to receive it with a blue shirt on and a red bow tie in a platinum boat. And God is like, but here's the boat with all the stuff. It's just, it's the colors because I got a better color for you and there's something bigger at play. But your ego is like, but if I invite support in, that's me asking for help. And then people gonna think that I'm not on, like I know, like I'm known to be on. And this is challenging who I've become and who I decided to be. And I don't want people to think this and that of me. Type ouch in the comments if that's you.
Ouch, ouch.
It's not that it hasn't been fully manifested. It's that you don't like the vehicle that is coming in because it butts up against your ego. When you say, when I open my mouth and say, I don't want just the blessings that I can work for. And then somebody offers to do something for me financially. And it is a need for me, but it's not a need for me to get it outside because that fucks with my pride. I'm obstructing God's ability to move the universe on my behalf. Is my mic still on? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? In the comments, I got it. Where you at, Renee?
I'm here. I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah. That's what I mean when I say you don't have to be in dire straits to invite support in, but you will get there if you don't invite support in. If you don't expand your capacity to say, hey, I'm still who I am, and also I'm inviting support in. And I chose the phrase, I'm inviting support in, but because it keeps me on my square and it keeps me in my posture. And it reminds me that this is a reciprocal experience between the person who's showing up to support me and me, the receiver. You specifically are one of the people that I used to call. You helped me coin the phrase arrogant giver. You remember that?
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately.
When you're an arrogant giver, you want to be the one that always provides. Always provides. I give this, I give that. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it. Yeah, no, it's all good. No, it's on the house. I got you. I'm sending you elaborate gifts and I'm paying for this and I'm paying for that. But the moment it's time for you to invite support in, I don't want to have to ask nobody for that. God bless me. But bless me directly, just me and you. I don't want to bring nobody else in this conversation. And God is like, I'm trying to show you. I'm trying to expand your capacity for love and for abundance. I want you to receive what you've given. You got to be in a position to receive it in order for me to give it to you. You're here now. Let these folks come in and bless you. Let these folks come in and support you. Say that you are ready for support and that you need help or that you want to invite support in, however you need to phrase it. That's God moving the universe on your behalf too. One of my brothers who loves me dearly he started sending me money and Cash App, like ridiculous amount. And I was like, hey, I called him one day. I said, what's going on? Why you keep sending me all this money? At first it was like, oh, this is for dinner. This is because you moved to a new city. Just really on some real brother shit. He loved me so much. He take good care of me. And I take good care of him too. And so, and then it started getting excessive. I started getting weird. Like, why is it? You think I'm broke or something? Why you keep sending me all this money? It's like, hey, no, I just want to love on you. And you deserve to be loved on and supported. And just because you can don't mean you should. I said, okay, just because I can do it don't mean I should. Ooh, I did tell God I wanted to know what it feels like to be supported and loved. Ooh, I'm in a position to be supported and loved. Ooh, oh, I manifested that. Ooh, how does this feel for me to receive? Oh, I have to get past the point that I'm not broke, I'm not homeless, I'm not this, I'm not that, all the shit from my childhood and the trauma and what people might think and how it might feel. And then I host an entire housewarming party. What? So out of my self. What? And then it felt so good. And it was so easeful. And I was so grateful. And I closed the loop and I closed the gap. And I manifested everything that I said I needed as a result of being in this space. Do you pick up what I'm putting down, Renee?
Yes.
Does everybody get it? Did I step on some toes? Did you pick up? Do you understand that it may not be that divine intervention is holding it back? It may be that you don't want to go through the passageway that it takes in order for you to receive what you're asking for. Go get that shit. Let people love on you. You can trust it now. You know why you can trust it now, Renee? You know what God showed me? I can trust it because I can trust myself. The question when Nicole showed up and wanted to support me, she was like, hey, what can I do? How can I make this move easier for you? You just went on tour. I went on tour back to back 2 years straight. Financially in my business, it was a hit because I went on tour. Y'all remember those 2 tours, 2022 and 2023? Then I hosted multiple retreats and I lived all over the place. I was on stage with Beyonce. I was living the rock star lifestyle. Might not make it, baby. I was out here, okay? And then it was time for me to get grounded. And I needed time to recover before I started pouring out to y'all. Because I'm not an inauthentic person. I didn't want to show up pouring from a deficit. I needed time to rest. That meant if I was invisible, a lot of times I wasn't making the money or the same volume of revenue that I was before. This is full transparency. And she was like, how can I help you make this easier? And I was like, I don't trust it. I can let her help me because she's going to require da-da-da-da-da. We had a few conversations, right? I let her support me. And then she asked me for something and I was like, whoa, that wasn't a part of the deal. You giving me anxiety. What is this about? What's happening right here? I apologize. Okay. But before that happened, before I had that conversation with her, there was a space, Renee, there was a space in between when she sent me that text message after she had supported me. She sent me money for a spa and some other stuff. And even that was like, whoa. I don't want you to say you paid for my spa experience. Wait a minute. In between that space of her sending me that money and her in between the space of her sending me the money and me having a conversation with her, I had a conversation with God. And I was like, God, see, this is why I did not want to invite support. Because she's already asking me for stuff. And God was like, hold on. That's her shit. She's asking you. But that doesn't mean that you have a string attached. She has a string attached. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And because that's her string attached, if she has an expectation that you've already clearly communicated cannot happen, that's her string attached. What you get to do now, release any anger, release any fear, release any guilt, release any shame. I didn't even respond to a text message. I went to sleep, had that conversation with God, woke up the next day, expressed to her how I felt in my clear, confident, cool voice, and reminded her of the terms of engagement. This is how you can support me. You can't support me and ask of me because I'm not in a position to give anything to anybody. I want to retain all of my energy for this evolution of this move. When I physically move somewhere, it takes a lot out of me, not just physically because I'm doing it, but like energetically and spiritually. And I hold the weight of this business. People actually depend on me. They want to get online and they want to have this conversation and talk through their shit and really do transformational work. This ain't no fake shit. So I hold a lot, also process a lot, which means I have to rest a lot. I have to put myself in position so that I can be at ease. And a part of that was communicating that. And then once I realized, oh yeah, whoever I invite in, or whoever I accept support from in whatever way. If they walk away believing that there's a string attached, that's they shit, because I already told them what time it was. I receive with abundance, and I know that God was able to speak through, move through them to show up for me, and I'm grateful. I don't owe nobody shit. And not from an arrogant perspective, but from I'm very solid and clear that this is a mutual beneficial experience. Do y'all get it? Type in the comments if you got it. I got 5 more minutes. I need to move forward. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. I love it. Thank you so much for letting me know you got it. Perfect. All right, so here's what I want to celebrate. Since we've been in these 10 days, right? The manifestation report, and I know it's more that I don't have on here, but y'all got to send me the emails because I want to make a whole list of it. Here is what we have so far. Praise report, manifestation report. Angela, off the top, got email confirmation for the move to Dallas. Brittany feeling appreciated, and she got clarity around the thing that she wanted to manifest. That, hey, I thought I wanted to manifest this thing with that situation. Not it at all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Michaela got healthy wellness report. No cancer, no this, no that. And she got a check in the mail. And she manifested something else really big that's top secret. Okay. Judith got a cab for less than ever. The whole time she's been taking cabs to work, and she got more business revenue. Congratulations. Vandalin got a Black woman doctor, and she manifested a parking space, and she manifested a beautiful, delicious experience at the farmer's market. Regina R secured 1 out of 3 vendor spaces, which according to her is a big deal, and 3 additional vendors. And then also she manifested something she's been working on for a while, which is that she's moving to Alexandria next week or this week. I can't remember. But these are all the manifestations that we can quantify in this time that we've spent together. It has been absolutely glorious, 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 glorious. When you think about reintegration and going back into real life, going back into this new time frame, going back into this new reality that you've created, it's super important for you to recognize that you still get to live an abundant life. Make sure you make a decision about what community you're going to be in, what space you're going to be in, how you're going to show up for yourself, how you're going to maintain what it is that you decided to create in these 10 days. It's super important. It's super important because you don't want this time to be in vain. And you deserve to have this experience above and beyond just in these 10 days. You deserve to have this experience long term. You deserve for this to be a consistent part of your life and a consistent part of your experience. I would absolutely love nothing more than for everybody who has journeyed with us and watched this with us to be a part of the Our Sacred Space community and be a part of the Our Sacred Space retreat. And so if money is the issue, please do yourself a favor and allow God to move the universe on your behalf and slide in my email. Let's get together. Let's make it happen. I'm already telling you it's a yes. So whatever it is and whatever it needs to look like for you to be a part of this community, I'm already saying a yes. So it's already done. So if you decide not to show up, it's because you decided not to. Do y'all hear me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Type in the comments, I got it, Coach P, right? Let me know that you got it, right? The second thing is the retreat is a beautiful, amazing, expansive experience. Make it happen for yourself if you desire it. Let your first thought be, I deserve and desire this. God, show me how to make this happen. Show me how to call this experience into my existence, right? Whatever payment arrangement you need, there's no valley, there's no mountain. If you've ever wanted to retreat with me, now is the time. Now is the time. This is the last call for coaching in the way that I do it, and also in retreat and transformational retreat the way that I do it. And again, I would love nothing more than for y'all to be a part of our community and a part of this next level up because you deserve and desire this experience. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, the last ask of you that I would have is send me an email testimonial. Let me know what these 10 days have been for you. I like to share it with people because I want to make sure that folks understand what these experiences are like. A lot of times I don't do the best job of, explaining what an experience is like with me, but y'all do a much better job. And so I appreciate y'all for showing up, but also slide me that testimonial, slide me your experience for what we've done over this last 10 days. And I look forward to us going higher. Have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious rest of your day, a beautiful weekend. Somebody please put my email in the comments. If you are on the list, if you've registered for this experience, I'm going to be sending you an email to follow up with all of the details, the links to register for all the things. Make sure you're following me on YouTube. We're going to be giving it up over there too. Make sure you are a part of this Our Sacred Space community, and also make sure that you are following me on Instagram. My TikTok popping too. If y'all don't know, I'm over there doing some things. But make sure that you show up in this space. There's a few things that I want to remind everybody about, right? Crystal is on this call, Crystal Wilson. She has a poetry book that's coming out. It's going to be on Amazon soon. We're going to make sure that we have the link so that we can support her and support her book. Crystal, are you still here? We want to give a congratulations to Crystal for showing up in this space and honoring and recognizing it. I know, Crystal, but it's time. We pulling the trigger. So we want to make sure we support her. She's been working on this book since Bali, since we were together in Bali. Crystal has been a beautiful friend and family in Bali with me and with Mia. I met her through Mia, and Crystal has been nothing but straight up and straight grade A, and I love her dearly, and she knows this. And I want the absolute best for her and this book. She's an incredible soul, and she's been hosting these events in Bali, poetry events, Black-led experiences. She's been a part of our experiences with the Good Karma Kickbacks. We've just created beautiful memories. And when you meet people in different countries and they end up being a part of your life in any way, it's like, oh my God, right? And so she's one of those people for me. So the moment she drops that link, I'm going to be sending it an email. Also, one of the things I talked about was Nicole Nicholas. Nicole, I think she had to go. But Nicole is somebody that I met last year during my tour, my summer in Brooklyn. Nicole and I fell in love at first sight. Like me and Angela, me and Nicole go together, okay? I met her and another beautiful author, and I didn't know she was the owner of the restaurant I was in. I just had heard all this buzz about this restaurant. The restaurant is called Aunts and Uncles. Aunts and Uncles, and it's spelled aunts, and then the and is French, it's E-T, and then uncles. So it's Aunts and Uncles, and it's in Brooklyn, New York. They have been in the Brooklyn Museum several times. Their merch is there. Her and her husband are such a big fucking deal. They make, first of all, Aunts and Uncles is a vegan cuisine, okay? Top-notch vegan cuisine. And the vibe in there is unmatched. It's like being in your auntie house, your big cousin house, your sister house. It's greenery, it's plants, it's music, it's Black, it's beautiful, and it's right in the heart of Brooklyn. Oh my gosh. I love it. Every time I go, I get fancy, I get cute, and I go up in there. They got you a little wine, they got you a little this, a little that. So make sure that you, I will send the link for the website for Crystal's book, and also for Nicole's restaurant, her and her husband's restaurant. So amazing. Anything else that you guys have manifested business-wise, I want to big you up. And so you're welcome, Judith. I want to big you up. And so I want to make sure that I share it in email. So if you email it to me with your testimonial, I'll make sure that everybody knows what it is and what it's going to be, because that's what community does. We show up and we support each other, and we love on each other in this way. And that's what makes it a reciprocal, deliberate, delicious relationship. I want to thank y'all for being with me for 10 days. Thank you for being a part of this beautiful cap of 10 years. These next 6 months are going to be absolutely incredible. I mean, just delicious and amazing. Don't count yourself out. Decide yes for yourself. I've already decided yes. So decide yes for yourself for everything that you want, for everything that you deserve, for everything that you desire. I'll be 40 in September, and I've been very deliberate and intentional about completing this decade and starting this new one with very clear, powerful, impactful, driven energy in a way that can be sustained. And so I'm so grateful for y'all, and grateful for y'all being here and being in this mix. Keisha said, what day in September? 14th. I'm a 9/14. It's the national holiday, okay? Have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious Friday, and I will see y'all in the community. Thank y'all so much. Peace.